What up? Hi, last week I said that this week we're going to be doing product photography. So that's what we're going to be doing. Product photography is something that I'm not very well versed in. It's not something that I've got a lot of practice in. Just a quick scroll on my Instagram feed and you'll see that I've only got a handful of camera related product photography and one not camera related product photography. Also, while you're there, give me a little follow, cheeky little follow. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. Ooh, one sec, that is dark. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. We're going to be looking at my light box, which is something that I talked about in last week's video, and then we're going to be using my light box to get a load of nice shots of products. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the house and get some stuff from like my living room, from the kitchen, from my bedroom, loads of different like small objects that we can take photos of, just to help me practice and learn more and hone my skills a little bit more. That sounded cringy as anything. That's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. So yeah, let's go do that. So, I've got all of my stuff that I'm going to take photos of. I'm only going to be doing 4 items in this episode, in this video. I'll just run through what we're going to be taking photos of. Alright, so first off we have a nice little like glass, a really small glass. Next to that we've got a watch, one of my watches. Next to that we have a golf ball. And then finally we have my PlayStation controller. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be shooting all of these on my Nifty 50, my 50mm. I want to have that ability to have that narrow depth of field, that shallow depth of field. And normally other lenses do that. My 50mm is the only lens that has that capability, so that's the lens that I'm going to be using. Before I do any of that, I'm going to try kind of like treat them a little bit, just to make them look as nice as they physically can before I take the photos of them. Because the whole point of product photography is to make an item look desirable, make it look like you want to buy it. Make it look as good as physically possible is the whole point of product photography. So I'm going to make them look as nice as I can. I'm going to clean them all up. I'm going to wipe them all down, get all the dust off them, get all of the muck and dirt off it, and then we'll get straight into shooting. So yeah, and I will catch up with you once I've done shooting. See you in a bit. Bye! So, I have taken all the shots that I want to get of my 4 products that I've chosen. I changed the background for each of the products that I wanted to do depending on what the product is used for, like the predetermined branding of the product anyway. For example, with the PlayStation controller, I chose to do a blue background because blue is the branding colour for PlayStation. And then with the other products, I did it more so on what colour scheme and what the product is used for. So with the golf ball, seeing that golf is generally done in a green environment with the grass and all of the trees, you do it outside. I chose to do it with a green background. I feel like that kind of complemented the colour anyway. It worked as well because there's a Nike swoosh. One sec, that's getting there. There's a green Nike swoosh on the front of the ball, and surprisingly, the green from the background and the green from the Nike swoosh really matched up well together. I feel like it was quite a close match between the 2 shades of green. So that worked really quite well. And face tracking's lost my face again. Right, there we go. It must have just been too dark. And then with the glass, I originally went with a white background, but then you couldn't properly see the glass in it. So what I did, I filled it with Pepsi Max. And that kind of made the good contrast between the white light reflecting in all of the cuts in the glass and the darker liquid inside it. That's kind of the selling point, is the look of like this base, because the top is kind of quite like normal glass, is quite basic, but then the bottom is where the interest is. What I was trying to do here was trying to find all the interesting parts of the product. So yeah, now what I'm going to do is I just need to get all the footage into my computer, and then we'll try and edit them to make them look as good as possible. I spilled my Pepsi Max. But yeah, so let's go do that. Let's go. Right, I have inputted all of my photos into my computer, onto my laptop, and what I'm doing now is, as you can see, is I am just about to start the edit. So if I click on, what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna start playing around with the temperature. I'm gonna take it down a bit, maybe take it up a bit until I'm happy with it. I quite like warmer, having my photos a little bit warmer. Play around with the tints. There. Why? There. Cool. And then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play around with the exposure. No. And then the clarity as well. Yeah. Right, so I'm at a place where I'm happy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open my image, clickety click, and then from there, all I'm going to do is I am going to clean up all of these little spotches on the fabric, which is my fault. I should have done it before I took the photo. I should have gone over it with a lint roller or something, and then I'm going to crop it down to a nicer size. As you can see, right here, right there, there's a lovely little green chair. So I need to get rid of that as well. So I'm gonna go through all of that, and then I will get back to you. I'm gonna put on some music. I'm gonna do all of that. I'm gonna sharpen up the image as well. I'll crop it down, make sure it's all nice and neat. I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna put this into a little bit of a time lapse, and hope you guys enjoy. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Let's go.
From the moment of my opened eye, been looking for a guided light to lead me on my way. Yeah, lost, struggling to make the top. A slipping grip can't hold me up. It's the game.
All right. I think that's all right, you know. I think that's pretty good. So what I've done, just so we're all on the same page about what happened, I cropped it down a bit. I came across with the what's it called, spot healing brush tool, and took out any of the blemishes on the metal of the watch, on the glass of the watch. I came through on the fabric as well of the watch strap holder thing, and then I tried to do the same with the chair, and it just completely ruined the image, so I cropped it down to get rid of that mistake completely. And then I sharpened up the image. I may not have used some YouTube tutorials to do so, but and then I put in some artificial lens flares, because I had some white splotches from the LED lights from the light box, so I wanted to do something with them, so I decided to put lens flares in them as well to make it look like they're almost intentional, or to make it look a little bit nicer than it actually is. So yeah, so that's what I've done with this one. I will edit all of the other ones and I'll get all them done, and I will get back to you. I guess I'll just see you in a bit. You know, I wasn't 100% sure if that shot was going to work that I just did. I've set up my tripod just behind my setup there, and I think that was quite a good shot. That was quite a decent shot, I'd say. That is the end of today's video. Here are all of the final edits that I did. Hope you enjoyed them. Hope you thought they were good. Again, this video is all about me learning and honing my skills doing product photography. So they're probably not perfect. I can imagine there's loads of issues that more seasoned photographers and more seasoned photo editors have seen in it and have seen in my process. But that's what this video is all about. It's about me learning. That's it for this video. I will see you guys next week. Not sure what I'm going to do next week, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. I will see you guys next week. Bye!